All right, a surprising move by the Padres. They signed Wandy Peralta. Not expecting that this morning. When the Padres need starting pitching, they need outfielders. They don't have a center fielder, don't have a right fielder, could use some help on the bench. They go add another reliever. So I don't really know how to feel about this move. I mean, Wandy Peralta, I'm happy that the Padres have Wandy Peralta, the pitcher. If you look at his numbers, he looks like he's like 50, but he's 32. He's not super old. Sub-3 ERA the last 2 years. Ground ball rate for the last 5 seasons is over 50%. So he's that ground ball pitcher for sure. It gives another high leverage possible arm for Mike Schilt, for Ruben Niebla in that bullpen. But in terms of just this move, I mean, with the budget the Padres are on, what does this mean here? Because it's a 4-year deal, $16.5 million, I believe, is what is being reported by Ken Rosenthal. There are 3 player opt-outs, I want to say. So it's technically a 1-year deal. It wouldn't be a AJ Preller deal if there weren't opt-outs, obviously, right? Like if you're good, sure, you can leave. If you suck, you can stay. So we'll see what that ends up being with Wandy. If it ends up being 4 years and it's, $4 million a year essentially, that's not that big of a deal for a reliever, I wouldn't think, if he can remain productive. But if he has a productive 2024 season, then he might try to go get a bigger contract somewhere, right? But again, we'll see what happens down the road. But I'm not a huge fan of the move, not because of Wandy, the player, but because of the needs for this roster. There's a budget here. Clearly, there's a budget. They're not going over the CBT. So maybe there's a trade that we're not thinking about right now. As I said the other day, Aaron Hicks, he goes to the Angels. I thought that was a really good opportunity for the Padres to sign him. Low risk, no risk. You'd be paying him the league minimum because the Yankees are paying the rest of Aaron Hicks' salary because he's still under contract with the Yankees. I think he has 1 or 2 more years left on that deal. Those types of moves I felt like make sense for the Padres, and so I thought that was a missed opportunity. Or maybe Hicks just didn't want to come to the Padres. He chose the Angels, and that's obviously his right. But I feel like with the budget that they're on, those types of moves, filling the holes that they have, I think is what the Padres need to be doing right now. And this is $4+ million that they can't go spend somewhere else on the roster. So again, trades could happen. As I've said before, I would be pretty shocked if the Padres don't make a trade before opening day, I guess so March 20th in Seoul, South Korea, because of the budget that they're in. And with free agency, I just don't see how they're going to fill out this roster with, good players that, you want to be on a postseason team when you have this budget and how big free agency is. And maybe these free agent deals are going to be coming down because players get desperate. They want to go to a team. They want to know where their family is going to be for spring training and during the year, because these people are human beings as well. They're not just robots that go into a team and, it's like MLB The Show. No, there's other aspects to it. So maybe the Padres are using leverage like that. But time is ticking, and I was not expecting this move. I'm just curious to see what other moves are made here to fill these holes. Does this move with Wandy Peralta mean that the Padres are set on having Vasquez and Brito fight for rotation spots? Avila, Waldron, Patino fight for rotation spots. And they're okay with the rotation being Musgrove, Darvish, King, Avila, Vasquez, or throw Waldron there, or Patino, Vasquez, or King, Musgrove, Darvish, those 3, and then Vasquez, Brito. They're not planning on making another starting pitching addition. That's kind of hard to believe, right? So, because Wandy's not a starting pitcher. You go look at his baseball reference page, there's a lot of relief appearances. There's not starts. And if it is a start, it's pretty much as an opener. So, yeah, I know what to think of this move in terms of Wandy. I like adding that to Woo-Suk Go and to Yuki Matsui and Robert Suarez and Tom Cosgrove and Steven Wilson. I like that, but I was not expecting. I thought that the Padres were going to be good with that bullpen, with the guys that they had, with the options that they had, but I guess not. AJ Preller, makes an unexpected move.